Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to make this school bag. So this school bag is going to be a small one. It's for primary pupils. So this cartoon character, I bought it this way. The size of this cartoon character is about 13.5 inches by 11.5 inches. This is the way I bought it. So what I did is I placed the cartoon character on my leather and cut out the exact measurement, and I cut 2 pieces of it. So this school bag is going to be for pupils in primary school. It's not going to be that big. Enter here. So I also cut gusset for it. So the size of my gusset is because of the style I want to make, the upper gusset is 6 inches while the down gusset is 5 inches. So I will want, during the course of the sewing of this school bag, you will know why the up gusset is wider than the down gusset. So I also cut this foam for it. I want to pad the school bag. I cut this foam for it. This foam is smaller than the main body. I reduce it. So when you're making yours, reduce the size of the foam. So I've also cut lining for everything. This is the lining I'm using. I've cut my lining. So now we're going to start the sewing. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this my cartoon character here and top stitch it round. So I'm done top stitching my cartoon character on my leather. This is my leather, this is my cartoon character. I've also sewn the handle to the back leather. Like I said earlier, you just fix the handle of your choice. So the wideness of this my handle is 2 inches and the length I use is 12 inches. I just shape it at the mouth here so that the mouth will have this type of shape. That's the thing I did here. So now we are going to sew it on our lining. So now I'll get my lining. This is my lining. I will get my foam that I will use to pad it. Then I will place my leather on top this way. You can see that my leather is, look at it, my leather is wider than my foam. You can see it now. So as I put it this way, I will now pipe it round with my piping cord. I start my piping from here. You can as well remove the foam. You start your piping. When you get somewhere here, you insert your foam and continue with your piping. So I'm going to pipe it round. Then for the back, I will just bring the lining, which is this. I will put the leather on it like this. Then I will pipe it round. When I get to a certain place, I will insert the foam inside and finish the piping. So we are going to pipe it round now. Okay guys, I'm done piping my work. This is my work and I'm done piping it round. This is the back. So now is the time to sew our zipper to the gusset. So this is my up gusset, the upper gusset. So I'm going to put it on my lining this way and top stitch it round on my lining. Okay, I'm done top stitching my leather to my lining. This is what I have now. So now is the time to sew my belt, my zip cloth. So I'm going to fold in 1 inch this way, 1 inch from beginning to the end of this leather, 1 inch this way. So I'm going to put my zip cloth here. The right side of my zip cloth will face the right side of my leather. Then I will stitch it down from beginning to the end. That's what I'm going to do now. By the time I finish stitching it, it will be like this. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, I'm done sewing my zip cloth. See it the way it is now. This is the inside. So now you go ahead and fix your zip head. So I fixed the zip head now. So this is the time I'm going to sew the down gusset to this. So I bring my down gusset and place it right side facing each other. Then I bring my lining. This is the right side of my lining. I put it on top of my lining. And stitch it. After stitching it, I will flip it over and top stitch on it. So I'm done joining it here. I've joined it here. I've also, the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to notch it. This part that there is zip, I will notch it to get my midpoint. So you see the way I did it with the sewing allowance I have there, because the other side I will still remove sewing allowance. So you will notch both here and also on the zip cloth. Come to the zip cloth also, fold it to get here. Midpoint on the zip cloth. I'll notch it. So now we are going to sew it. I'll bring this front. I've already notched the midpoint here. This zip cloth is the one I'm going to sew on the front. So you match it midpoint to midpoint. Make sure that your midpoints are together. Then you clip it down with your clip. So I'm going to my machine now. I will arrange it and sew it round. When I get to here, I will leave like 1 inch on allowance here that I will not sew. But when I get to this side, I will sew it to where I will continue sewing it. I will continue sewing. You can top stitch the lining and the leather together before you continue sewing. But me, I'm not top stitching because I want to turn my lining at the end. So I'll continue sewing it. When I get to here, I will join it to this. That's if I have excess, I can cut out the excess and join it. I will show you how to do that. Okay, I'm done sewing it to here. You can see the space I left. So what I'll do now, I'll bring the two together. When I get to my desired allowance on this side, my joining allowance here, I'll put the two together. See it? I'll go to my sewing machine now, arrange it together and stitch it. After stitching it, I will tape it before I will top stitch on it. So guys, I'm done joining it together. I've also used my lining to tape here so that the stitch roughness of this allowance will not be showing. So now I'm going to my machine. I'll bring it down this way and top stitch on it here. After top stitching on it, I will now stitch here close. Okay guys, I'm done stitching it. This is it now. So now we're going to put the back. So this place that the handle is the up. You put everything inside, all your handle. Don't allow anything to be outside, and arrange it well. So I've already notched it. By now you should know how to notch a bag. You put the two notch points together. I'll clip it. I'll come to the down. I'll bring my two notch points together also. I'll clip it. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now. As I sew, I arrange it and sew it round. After sewing it, I will tape it with my bias belt. I will also tape this side with my bias belt. So this is what we have now after taping our bag. So we are going to open it to the right side. So this is our bag. So if you have watched to this extent and you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so to support me. Thank you for watching. Happy sewing. Abeg o, don't forget to put on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be among the first to be notified about it. And this is our bag now. See, you see the anti-theft protector. See it. So if you have been wondering how do they do this bag, you have known it today.